Good morning, Gogglefrogs. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I've been up a little while and I think we're going to have some amazing weather today, and I hope that it's lovely wherever you are today. So I'm Angela. I may be on my own today. I know Robert's at work, my other co-presenter, and Marion may be busy as well. So it's just me and you. So hopefully you're all nice and settled. You've got a lovely drink of something. I've got 2 cups of tea actually. I've got one that I made a little bit ago, and then I've got the brand new one. So I've got my cup of tea, and I've got my frogged work as well. Third time changing. Actually, no, this is the 4th time. So keep changing until we get something that we really, really, really love. As I said, the weather is absolutely gorgeous. So I've got the doors open, so you know what that means. Little Spodgy Dodgy will be running in and out and in and out. So if you've got Ollie with you and all the Princess, Curtain Crusher, and all of those other lovely, beautiful animals, I hope they're running in and out as well. So let's say some good morning, shall we? Let's have a quick look. So I know that the world is going back to normal, isn't it? Which is such a lovely thing. So people are going to be out and about. And I know that's going to start happening, especially on these beautiful Saturdays when people can actually sit outside and have a knit and a natter outside somewhere. I know how special it is. So hello, Trisha. Lovely to see you. And hello, Louise. Lovely to see you. And hello, Linda. How amazing that you're with us. And hello, Dawn. Has Maisie had her walk already? And good morning, Brigitte. Lovely to see you as well. So, as I said, we're small but perfectly formed today. I did actually think of, should I go out for coffee after this to the local pub up in Wing, because they have a fruit and veg stall in the car park. The lady who's there makes amazing pastries, and I suddenly thought, you know what, if we want those amazing pastries, if my husband wants them, it's easier just to order them and she'll make them midweek. I can just collect them any day. So yeah, I just thought I can't be bothered with Saturdays because it's so busy. It's gorgeous, but so busy. So yes, so we will see what happens, but I've got my little bit of work, so it's restarted again. Sort of going back to the original plan. You know what happens when you design something different, and I think that's what makes the final product so lovely, or the final garment so beautiful. The fact that we have trialed several different things, we've got something in our mind. So hello, Dawn. Good morning. Sunbeams will soon smile through. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning. We grabbed a whole night through. Good morning to you. Name that musical. What was that musical? You know, I'm not a musical person, but let us know. So morning peeps, it's 225 shows. How amazing. Tricia says, morning, just back from the builder's yard with roofing felt so that Pete can get on with replacing the shed roof. How amazing. That's really, really good, isn't it? The fact that you can actually get on with things, because we've gone through this whole process at one point, shops were only open until a certain time, weren't they? But yes, it will be absolutely wonderful now. And we can just pop out. And I'm even finding the queuing isn't the same for a lot of stores. I've seen some when I thought I'd never go in there, not with that queue, but that's really good. So new shed roof. Brigitte says, Dawn on the fan. Good morning, Mariam.
Good morning. We've had fun and games here already this morning. Oh, never mind. I'm sat down.
Do you know what? I am admiring the top that you have on.
You've seen it before.
I know, but it's always so beautiful. It's always so summery and such beautiful. They're rich colours, aren't they? They're not bright. They are just beautiful and rich. Lovely.
They're not in your face, bling. Yeah.
And I always find, like you can get really bright iridescent colours, but it looks lovely. So well done for knitting that. And every time you have it on, I always think the colours are amazing. Can't wait to actually see that top when you have it on, sort of in the flesh, so to speak, because it will be so much different than on camera.
I've just realised how dark I am, even though it's a bright sunny day. I'm still going to have to put the light on. Have you got the light on?
Yeah, I know. I've got a light there. Yeah, we still have lights, don't we? I've got the central heating on just for when my mum gets up.
I came on this morning.
Oh, yeah. I was having a chuckle the other day with a friend because he said, oh, I'm thinking of turning the heating on. And I think our country is split, isn't it? It's people who turn the heating off in April, put it back on in October, and people like me who have it on in August if it's it's a little bit chilly. Like my heating goes on all the time, and so we're having this chuckle. And I said, that is very traditional, to my friend doing, okay. So just put it on. If you're ill, just put your blooming central heating on, which you did. So
I will
anyway,
understand how our controls work.
Huh?
Our central heating is controlled by a hive.
Right, yeah.
And mine has to be set by the heating engineer when he comes round. And then I phone him up without exception or email him every year and say, how do I turn it on, Andrew? And every year, bless him, he either comes round or he emails me and tells me exactly what buttons to press in what order. But he looks at my knitting and he goes, how do you do that? I said, the same way as you do you do a hive. I haven't got a clue.
We all have our own expertise, don't we? That's why we're all different and why the world is such a wonderful place, because we all are all so different. So Brigitte says, Dawn on the town. And Dawn says, Brigitte, no. I think this is... and then Brigitte says, Dawn, I know as soon as you say it, I can see them dancing. It's good morning, sunbeams will soon smile through. Good morning to you.
Singing in the rain.
And singing in the rain. Is that right?
Well, Brigitte said at dawn singing in the rain, but as soon as you said those words, I immediately thought singing in the rain.
Oh, right, okay.
So, yeah, I think, and it's the right cadence. Well, that's not a bad word for a Saturday morning, is it? The way you say the words.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've just realised I said I'm not into musicals. When I did dancing at dancing class, I remember I did a dance to that and had to compete. So don't think I won anything for that one. Yeah. I liked getting me medals at competitions and stuff like that. But yeah. So anyway, I've actually danced to that in shows. I didn't know what it was from. So never mind. Amber says, good morning. Hello. Good morning, Amber, in New York. And I hope it's not snowing today, because it's beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. I hope it's really nice over in New York as well. And Brigitte says, Dawn singing in the rain. Dawn says, yes, one of my favourite dancers in the film. I've not seen it. Brigitte says
you've not seen the film Singing in the Rain?
No, I don't like musicals. So I have seen some musicals. That's because I have a lot of friends who love musicals. This is not with Rob, but when I first moved down to London, I used to go along because I enjoyed going to Chinatown for a really nice meal and a couple of drinks afterwards. But I would often fall asleep in whatever musical or theatre. I've just got a different taste. So it's, yeah. So I've never watched any of these musicals ever. We're just all different. My husband loves things like the Rat Pack. I don't know how many times we've been to see things like that. And even the same show with different people in it. For me, I'll go to see Noel Coward, Alan Bennett, check off, things like that.
Do you know what granddaughter and I want to see as soon as it next comes on at the West End?
What's that?
Have a guess.
What, a Nell Coward?
No, but it's a very famous author. Very famous author.
Mousetrap? Is that shut? That's closed now, hasn't it?
Only because of the pandemic.
All right, okay. I don't know.
J.B. Priestley and Inspector Calls.
Oh. Ah. See, these are the sort of things I often like, the smaller things, you know, those tiny little theatres that are out with Theatreland, but you know, the smaller productions. So I can really appreciate those. I've just got a different taste. You know, we've all got different tastes, haven't we? So yeah. But I really, do you know what? One of the first ones I went to see, I thought, this is really good. And it was Jeffrey Bernardi's Unwell. And it was just a monologue. And I can't even remember who was in it. Really famous actor. Really famous actor.
Peter O'Toole did it.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was somebody else. But that's my sort of style. So when it comes to a little bit of a sing, when everybody else is getting really excited, I'm like, ooh.
We went to see something called Art. I'm sure it was called Art. And it was just 3 men. And it was about this piece of art. And it was meant to be worth millions and millions and millions and millions. And all it was a piece, a canvas painted either black or white. I can't remember which. And the whole show was set around this piece of art.
Oh, how I can just imagine now the oohing, the eyeing over.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's my sort of stuff. That really is my sort of stuff.
And I like A Picture of Dorian Gray.
Never seen that.
And I have never ever seen, and I still can't remember what it's called. Everybody's going to go mad in the box. Leslie Howard and the other fella, not Betty Davis, Olivia de Havilland, Vivian Lee.
Debbie Reynolds, Gene Kelly, and Donald O'Connor.
No, that's Singing in the Rain.
Sorry, that's from before.
And it was written by Margaret Mitchell. Come on. And it's on once or twice a year, and it's very long. Set in America at the end of the...
Gone with the Wind?
That's the one. Never, ever seen it. And I can never, ever remember what it's called. But I've never seen it. I can describe it to you, but I've never seen it.
I haven't. And I really need to watch some of these at some point. But I never have, like, a week to do nothing. We've been through a pandemic, and you think, I haven't had a week to do nothing ever. Or even a day to do nothing. So, yeah. But because I always think some of these, like the films, if a film is 3.5 hours long, you know that you're going to have to stop it to make 2 or 3 cups of tea.
Yeah.
So that's 4.5 hours that you have to allow. And I don't like watching things in 2 halves, because then if I don't watch it the following day, you sort of forget certain bits. So that's why I like watching them all in one.
That's why I'm beginning to like to do that with binge watching serials.
Yeah,
not binge eating cereals, but binge watching.
Yeah, I'm just going to catch up on some of the chat.
Yeah, I was just thinking we ought to do that.
So Linda says, "Good morning, everyone."
Morning.
Oh no, Brigitte says her heating's not switched off ever. Snap. That's. I'm the same. Linda says, "Good morning, everyone. Don't know what show it was from, Dawn, but I know Judy Garland sang it." Perfect. Dawn says Debbie Reynolds, Gene Kelly, and Donald O'Connor. I've never heard of Donald O'Kelly. Sorry, O'Connor. Marion, Brigitte says, Marion, I'm with you. 2 minutes after I have been instructed on how to work the boiler, I've forgotten all about it. Some information, I always say, it goes into envelopes in my brain. I know it's in there somewhere, but it's of no importance to me. So
just like Gone with the Wind. Just like Gone with the Wind.
It is, isn't it? That's what we do. Because I go back to things and think, I know this is so simple. I know it is so simple, but I just don't know how. Thumbs up for Brigitte. Thumbs up for Dawn from Brigitte about that. That was good. Now Dawn says saw an Inspector Calls at MK Theatre. That's Milton Keynes Theatre. So yeah, so we might refer to Leighton Buzzard as Le Buzz. That's just a local term. But MK is Milton Keynes, and Milton Keynes is there was really nothing there. It was sort of a little village. And then they created a new town, which is huge, and they want to name a city now. And it's very unique in the UK because we have all curvy little winding roads, nothing straight. And Milton Keynes was built on a grid system, which is so unusual for the UK. So everything is straight roads and roundabouts, and very similar to what you would find in certain places in America and Canada. So it's totally unique, and it's called MK. And it's not very far from us. It's got the biggest shopping centre in the world, really, for the UK.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, Robert is here. Good morning, Robert. You've squinted when I've said it's got the biggest shopping centre in the world, but it is quite a big one. I've never walked around the whole lot. I go to Marks and Spencer's. That's it. Sometimes to the Bravissimo. Where else do I go? Nowhere.
John Lewis?
I went to Krispy Kreme. No, I've never found John Lewis there, so I go to the John Lewis in Leeds.
John Lewis is right at the other end of
the one from the laptop. I found it weird. I just found the car parking system so far away from John Lewis. I just, whenever I need to buy things, I just find it easier to buy in Leeds because it's more logical to find the car park.
It's because you know your way around Leeds. I could go to Leeds and go, what a mess this is.
I know. It's just so different. So, Brigitte, Brigitte says we had to read and inspect calls at school. Sorry, I can't say my words this morning. Oh, that's interesting. Robert says morning. Amber says it's a little warmer. Her heat is still on. Yeah, I've got the door open and the heating on as well. Nice. Brigitte has said Gone with the Wind. Amber says she's never seen Gone with the Wind either, so that's quite interesting. Dawn says next weekend we're watching a streamed play written by Adrian Lurkis, who played Mr. Wickham, the cad in the famous BBC version of Pride and Prejudice. Think of Colin Firth. It's about what happened to Wickham after the end of the book. Oh, so if that's a live streamed play, then I'm presuming that would be anyone from around the world will be able to get a link to it. So I don't know how you get hold of that. I'm sure that you have to buy tickets, but I've done that a couple of times actually in lockdown. You know, when there's been events on or little mini concerts on, or talks from authors that you can buy from Waterstones as well. So there's lots of things like that that really.
Dawn says that she saw art and that it was brilliant. And when she saw it, Tom Courtney was in it. And yeah, I've got a feeling he might have been in it when we saw it. 30 odd years ago, Dawn. I mean, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing that play that Dawn's talking about.
That's the problem with plays, isn't it? You know, somebody can say, oh, I've watched something really good on Netflix or Amazon Prime or on television, whatever channel. But when it's at a theatre, you can't just pop in and watch it, can you?
No. And you can't rewind if you think, oh, what was that? Have I missed an interesting bit?
No.
Mind you, don't
So,
forget, 10 years ago, we couldn't do that with TV either.
We couldn't. That's very true. Yeah.
Brigitte,
I actually worked for the company that created catch-up TV before there was any catch-up TV. It was actually really quite unique working for them. Really good. So anyway, Brigitte says you're going to say she still gets lost in MK's road system.
have we had the music yet?
No, we haven't. I was just thinking then. So I'm going to stop there and we'll come back to chat afterwards. Oh, Dawn's linking the post to the play.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you. Here is today's ditty. We don't know what our interlude is this morning, but we hope that you really enjoy it. So sit back, relax. Me and Marion will put ourselves on mute and do a little bit of it. You enjoyed that one. Did you, Marion?
Yeah, yes. Did you notice that one of the newspapers was The People, and that's been gone a number of years now?
That's it? Oh, do you know what? As soon as it came on, I thought, oh, do you know what? This is I love Madness. They were so unique at the time, weren't they? Sort of, and I still love their stuff. And what really took my heart was, I'm sure it was this track that they played from the top of Buckingham Palace. Was it that one?
Oh, I don't know. I remember being at the top of Buck Palace, but I don't remember Madness being up there.
Yeah, I'm sure it was that track. If it was a different track, please let me know. And I just thought, oh, bless. Thinking about Philip and his, funeral from last week. And yeah.
Was that really a week ago?
His funeral was last Saturday, yes.
Hasn't it gone quick?
I know. And I just thought, do you know what? That's so... Yeah, the fact that they were there. And the other thing in that video was Brother's got a date to keep. We forget, we didn't have them where I was, or maybe I'm just not of that age, but they were at the bathhouse, weren't they? Because people used to have a bathhouse when you never had a bath in your home. So people used to go down to a bathhouse, which is really quite bizarre. So yeah, and I don't know what year they stopped having bathhouses. Please let us know, Amber.
I think it's quite late.
Yeah, did they have them in New York too as well? I think most places stopped probably around they started stopping around the 50s, 60s when
I'd say 60s.
Yeah, but before then, I think most town had a bathhouse somewhere. I don't know. I wasn't around then, but yeah. Trisha said goodbye. She's got her meeting with the South West London. Yeah. So that was quite. Do you know what? That was so nostalgic. It really was, and I still remember at school dancing to Madness. Tracy, hello, good morning. Issues getting in this morning. I'm so sorry. Probably the last theatre show she went to before lockdown. Jamie and I went to see the Inspector Calls as he's doing it for his GCSE. Oh, fabulous.
I think that's why Laura wants to see it.
Oh, right. Tracy says I can hear you but no video. So says broadcaster not sharing anything at the moment. I don't know what's happening. Is it possibly broadband issues? I'm not too sure. We'll have a look. Dawn says Marion definitely pre-children, so at least 24 years. I'm just going to oh dear. Right, I'll post it into the group afterwards as well, into the Facebook group, unless you'd like to, Dawn. That'd be lovely. Tracy says, well, the music video works, so hopefully you will come up on after my screen. Lol. Yeah, Madness do look fabulous. even now, don't they? Brigitte loves Madness. Tracy says Madness the best. Absolutely. Do you know what as well? Last night when we were driving home from Leeds, I had to go up to Leeds, and back in the day, had my mum's injection and a visit to see my dad anyway. Then we had to get fish and chips. Then I've got a friend who's very ill, going to be going into hospital this week. So took him some flowers, and there were things that he just needed some help with. So I went in and just cleared up some glass that had smashed on his floor, etc. So anyway, I had a bit of a mad day. But as we came back, one of the tracks that was playing was one by The Beat. And I just realised how much I loved and missed Scar. Like that whole time, it was fabulous. So yeah, I absolutely. Louisa's brilliant
didn't
song.
play on the Palace.
They didn't.
They didn't.
What was it that was on Buckingham Palace when there was?
Queen, right, I've got a list here. I've got a list. And on that little list, right, Queen, Ricky Martin, Mystique, S Club 7, Annie Lennox, Phil Collins, Atomic Kitten, Will Young, Blue, Emma Bunton, Tom Jones, The Cause, Shirley Bassey, Brian Adams, Queen did a lot, Tony Bennett, Cliff Richard, Ozzy Osbourne, Elton John, Brian Wilson and the Beach Boys, Eric Clapton, Stevie Winwood, Joe Cocker, Ray Davis, The Kinks, Paul McCartney. I didn't realise there were so many.
Yeah, they did. It says here, video, Madness on top of Buckingham Palace.
Oh, well, am I looking at something else? I am looking at, what am I looking at? Party at the Palace.
So they, yeah.
In 22.
2012.
Oh, this was 2002.
Yeah, on Madness, they did Our House in the Middle of One Street. They transformed Buckingham Palace, and they put, like, you know, where they put a screen type view over it. So they were at a different year though. So they weren't there in 2002, but they were there in 2012. So Trace says, oh, it didn't work, so logging off. That's a shame. Brigitte says, Suggs still looks almost the same these days. It's sickening. I know, it is very sickening. Trisha, we said goodbye to Trisha. Tracy said, yeah, can see you now. And yes, it was Our House they sang. I thought it was. So yes, it was. It was fabulous. It was right at the end, and there was William and Harry and Kate, and it was really quite different. And the fact that the Queen and Philip were there watching a band like Madness, as this whole great screen thing was put in front of the.
Well, it was the same in 2002, and they were sat there watching Queen.
I know, it's fabulous.
And the Queen apparently did God Save the Queen.
Oh, wow. Now, there is a big difference between the UK and America, obviously. Amber says, for as long as I've been alive, we have had bathrooms in our homes. My grandfather remembers having to cut wood for the stove. It may have been because in towns and cities such as London, there was just no room. So they had these things called bathhouses, stroke wash houses. So yeah, they used to go, and it was just like a swimming pool, I suppose, was it? I don't know.
No, they had little individual rooms with baths in.
Oh, were they? I don't know, but yes, that's what they had.
Not I remember them, I hasten to add. But I do remember my grandfather having a stand-up wash at the sink. We certainly had a bathroom in the house we lived in when I was 4. So that would have been in the 1950s. So I think mid to late 50s, they were certainly becoming very commonplace and an automatic addition to a property. 1930s houses, they tended to have small bathrooms, didn't they?
After saying that, I do remember when I was young, going
You've frozen. Oh dear. Oh dear. Angela, can you go out and come back in, please? Oh dear. Right. Let's have a look at the chat and see if we can get Angela sorted out in the meantime. Trisha's got to go to Southwest London meeting. See you Monday. Now, you see, for me, SW means Slimming World. Not that it does me any good. Tracy says she can see us now. And yes, I've done that bit. Tracy again says, yeah, they did definitely remember us as they all lit up in the front with lights. Angela has frozen. Most definitely she has frozen. And it doesn't... there she is. She's gone. She will now try to get back in. Oh dear. Right. Well, with my conversion poncho to a jumper, I've done one sleeve as per the pattern. And it seems rocket here. And it's quite a thick knit. So what I'm doing is I'm now doing, as Angela said she'd like, Amber said she'd like to see, is just a plain square piece of knitting on the other side and see how that works. I'm going to do the leaf border with it, and then when I've done both, I will show you and you can make the decision, ladies, and we will take it from there. And my traveling piece is coming along. So, Angela, do you think it's worthwhile trying? You've not frozen now. You've unfrozen.
Sorry about that.
You've defrosted. You've defrosted. Do you think we should go to Facebook?
I'll just get Facebook on now. Let me just refresh that again, just in case. Who knows what's happening? Right, let's show Facebook.
Louise says, neither of my grandparents had an inside toilets in the 60s when we used to say, we thought it was fun. Yeah, we had a 1900 house at one stage, and the loo was downstairs, and it was part of the utility room, so part of where they stored the coal back in the day. And one of the upstairs bedrooms had been partially converted into a bathroom, but we still had 3 double bedrooms. Big house.
Wow.
I wish we still had it. I love that house.
Oh.
Right, I'm going to minimize at the top, and this is looking wonderful, Angela.
Hang on, let me get back to you. What's that?
This piece of knitting,
well, whole thing
that you're currently doing. What, again? Why? What was wrong with it?
It wasn't taking the shape that I want. So that stitch will be in here, don't worry, but it's going to be done differently. So I've restarted it again. Because it just didn't have the flow that I wanted. The stitch is absolutely beautiful. It really is. It looks incredible.
It's a very flexible stitch.
Yeah.
Very
so
flexible.
I am going to do some form of panel in this again, but I just didn't like it all as that. I think it's best with burst. So yeah, I could have knitted this 20 times by now. And that little post was just to say that we were doing because we sometimes have we do have problems using Demio. We're trying to see if we've got another way that we can do it, like on Facebook as well. So we're just trying we're trying Facebook and another system, but the other system didn't really work. So we did, so bear with us, but we are trying to make it easier for you to join and things like that. So why isn't this working? Hang on a minute.
Brigitta's saying that she was 10 or 11 before they had a proper bathroom in her house. And Deborah, morning all. Sorry, I actually forgot about Gogglefrogs. Not surprising, as my daughter plus 4 little granddaughters moved in with us temporarily as their house was sold yesterday. She's moved up from the south. Life will be very hectic for a while.
Wow. Won't it? Oh, now.
And Dawn's just posted
Yeah,
something.
so it's
Not
on
sure
here.
if you'll see
Latest
it.
whip for her mother-in-law's 80th birthday in July. Wanted a yarn with a Welsh connection. Ah, as she's from Ebervale, found a lovely yarn at Cat and Sparrow, which is hand dyed, 50% superwash blue face Leicester, 45% silk, 4-ply. Colourway is called Penny Fan, which is the highest peak in South Wales. Bought her a couple of scarves.
Oh, how
Isn't
lovely.
this fabulous? So let's have a look at these pictures.
That's gorgeous. I love the
It's
colour.
beautiful, isn't it? It's just got so iridescent.
It's a bit like soft seaweed.
Is that playful that you're doing in it? Oh, look at that.
Oh, is that a
So
short
that
pin?
is.
Oh, that's beautiful. That would look lovely. Hello,
Hello,
Robert.
Robert. Lovely to see you. Oh my word, look at those.
Oh, the colour is supposed to be the colour of
Yeah.
mountains. Oh, I like
Aren't
them.
they fabulous? Oh, Dawn. Where did you get those?
They are just about the nicest shawl pins I've ever seen. You go, oh no, I can't ask you to put the link in, can I? Not on a Gogglefrogs site.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if you say where you can, we don't sell these pins at all, do we? So please just let us know the company that you've bought the things from, because that's something that finishes off so many garments, doesn't it? And they're
the knitting gift shop.
they're really hard to find.
Oh, Robert's eating his breakfast.
Enjoy your breakfast, but they're beautiful. I don't think I have seen such unusual scarf pins in so long. Beautiful colour, absolutely beautiful. Love the zings as well. So thank you for sharing. And those brooch, the sheep brooch is Dawn's treat for working so hard recently. You deserve it so much, and I think that's one of the nicest things ever. Georgia is saying, is there any Gogglefrogs? Yes. I don't know what's happening with it, so sorry about that. Robert says, has anyone ever been to this? We asked that the other day, didn't? No. This is an international knit festival in Denmark.
That's a good reason to go back to Denmark.
Do you know what? Isn't it great? Not only thinking, I can plan a trip at some point in some decade to go when we get allowed to travel. But I think just knowing about some of these events to see what is happening in different countries. So Jackie's never heard of it. Rebecca's not been and didn't know about it. So absolutely brilliant.
They do a lot of hand spun over there. They do. Yeah, I went into a shop in Copenhagen and the majority of it was hand spun and hand dyed. I bought some and I've got 3 skeins, 3 different colours, white, grey and black. And it even says which sheep it came from.
Oh, that is so cute. I'm looking at her shawl. That is incredible. So Denmark, another one to put on the to travel to. Great British Sewing Bee, if anybody is looking for that, applications are out at the moment. If anybody's interested in that, anyone fancy a challenge? What on earth is this? Sorry,
that's somebody making a massive great blanket using pom-poms.
This is brilliant. This is a pom-pom blanket.
Hello.
Hey.
It's just amazing.
Oh, I must watch it. Sorry, I've been in the car today.
It's stunning when it's finished.
It's the most amazing workout as well, if you need a workout.
Oh my God, I can see what she's doing now.
I should say this is a video that's been stopped and started. It's not a continuous video.
That's fine.
Oh, where's Marion gone?
It looks amazing. Hello, Robert. Hello. Sorry, I can't see people when I'm on Facebook page.
We've lost Marion though.
Sorry?
Marion, know what? What? Pardon?
I I've lost Marion.
I think the internet is
That's useful to lose me.
She's still there. It's just you may not be able
I am
to see
here.
her. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm going to put myself on mute because there's too much
That's all right.
background noise here.
So this challenge does look absolutely amazing. And I hadn't seen it because I've been in my car forever. Yeah, so I think I got back at midnight last night. Now, Marion, putting my name to this, I don't know why. Do you?
I found this on another site, and it was this restaurant is well known for its phrases that it puts outside, and there were 31 of these, and I got to this and I thought, well, I got to share it.
Oh, that's funny. So thank you. Although I think mine is, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is what I
Can you hear me now,
yeah.
Mother?
That's funny. Deborah, love this. We'll show hubby next time he says that the house is taken over by wolves. Creative people don't have a mess. They have ideas lying around everywhere. Oh, I love that. That is so true.
So
That
do
is
I.
so true, isn't it? And then let's have a quick look. Oh, time for another teaser. That's another teaser of what's coming.
Oh, there, that's
8
lovely.
o'clock. So you are getting double bubble on Monday. So we go live at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we have got an 8 p.m. show as well. Yes, so it's not wrong, but we have to work around shifts and other things that's happening. So I'm in Leeds on Tuesday. It's my mum's hair appointment on Tuesday. So there's no way I could do Tuesday. Later in the week was out. So Monday we're doing a double show, which will be great. So that's
What time do you have to be in Leeds by on
one.
Tuesday?
But I've probably got to be there by about 10 o'clock because we're doing a visit with my dad before. So, yeah. Why?
Well, you're going to be up at the crack of dawn again, aren't you?
Yeah, but hairdressing appointments are critical, aren't they? So we won't be able to.
Oh, read Amber's.
Right, okay. So, good morning, everybody. And this is from Amber. My box of Rington's cookies and biscuits arrived. They were shipped from their store based in California. They were also kind enough to pack the cookies and some samples of tea and tissue paper. It was like getting a Christmas present. Just let me say that Princess Curtain Crusher is enjoying all of the tissue paper. Bless her. From her perspective, we can order from them again, as they were kind enough to include some very nice crinkly paper, which can be made into toys. I will try the cookies later today. Way! That's absolutely amazing. And as Trisha says, who knew they had a store in California? I had no idea at all.
No, did I.
Ringtons, they are. I just love the fact that they've been there. They're a family company who always used to, you know, in the olden days, used to close for a whole day so everyone could go on holiday together. What's that?
Ringtons have the white chocolate and lemon cookies back in, the gluten-free ones.
Thank you very much. That's brilliant.
Tracy's just
They'll be out of stock.
Enabler.
Huh?
I said, Marion, you're such an enabler.
No, this is Tracy. It's not me. This.
Oh dear. And they will be out of stock by the time I get off Gogglefrogs in 15 minutes because everyone else will have bought them. Robert says there's been an issue in the Joyful June event. If you want to sign up, please let him know in the comments below. If you've turned back to you, then you don't need to let me know. Oh, sorry, Robert. It's we're getting a bit of background. Have you got your volume on highest? There we go. It's all gone perfect. I hope you haven't gone on mute though. That's the creative people again. That was our little Facebook Live from the other day. We just thought we're trying different things to see what we can use to go live, and so everybody can watch it.
I liked this.
Yes. Was this from?
I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah. it has such impact. I think this should be in every office, every school, every shop, every course that you buy, every new thing that you try. Absolutely amazing. So thank you so much, Robert. Where on earth did you get that from, Robert? I love it. Absolutely love it. And I say that because did you go on a course and were presented this information? Because that is amazing. Oh, that's from Counselling Works. Yes, it does. Absolutely brilliant. Marion, are you still getting along well with your counselling?
I've finished that sleeve. As I was talking about it whilst you disappeared because you'd gone mute. Now this is such a shame. I've read all these. Natalie's beautiful shawl. She's got an error seems to be an error with the pattern, and nobody at Let's Knit and the designer is answering her emails, which is such a shame. It is beautiful.
Which is Let's Knit?
I think it's Let's Knit. It's the magazine. Unless there's been another comment since I last looked.
I'm just going to check something.
Because somebody has put in there's a link to errors errata, or Dawn will put me right, where they'll publish what errors there have been made and the corrections. But I do wish they would ensure that the patterns go out right in the first time, because sometimes you'll go, oh yes, I love that pattern, I'll do it later, and it's months down the road before you look, and then you have trouble.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I had the same problem with something that I purchased, and I'll have to double check, but I don't know if it's the same ones a couple of years ago. So we'll see. Yeah.
Oh, women, there is further reply.
I've moved.
Oh, that's all right.
You'll be able to hear me properly now. And I should just say, the Robert in the room, the chat box, is actually Georgie. I got a message at 10 bars to say help. So I sent her mine so she could log in.
I love that pink, magenta-y colour, top right. I might be persuaded on that one.
That's 3 different skeins there.
Yeah, the magenta top right looks rather gorgeous.
You'll have lots of choice, so I
thought I might.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And in my credit card's taken one hell of a pasting this month.
Let me.
Oh dear, this yarn keeps doing this, twisting and almost knotting. I've never known
Angela has just managed to kick herself out.
Oh yeah, she froze and went quiet, and we're all sat here going.
There, but when she closed Facebook, she's closed herself.
That was clever.
Very clever. Anyway, Marion, how are you?
Pardon?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
Good. Yeah, I'm very tired. It's been a long week and not sleeping properly. So, and I wasn't supposed to come up for breakfast because I'm not entitled for breakfast break, but I just went, please, I'm so tired. I need some energy. So they let me have one.
So what have you had, a chocolate bar?
Oh no, I've had a full cooked breakfast. My second one this week, and I wasn't supposed to be having any at all.
All right, well, you froze just then, but we could still hear you. So when does your stint at Waitrose finish?
I've got 4 weeks left.
Are you going to miss it?
Yeah. and I don't know where I'm going
No,
after.
I don't mean just the travelling. I mean the whole store and the people.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome back.
Hello, sorry about that.
Hello. Oh, and Anne's asking, Angela, you have 2 Instagram pages. Is there a difference?
I've got my gluten-free Angela, and we have got Gogglefrogs. So yeah, I've got a gluten-free baking page, but there's only one Instagram related to Gogglefrogs. On Gogglefrogs, we've got Gogglefrogs Knit and Natter, which is the page for the world, and then we've got the group, which is the group for you guys. So there's a little bit more. You have to be a member of that group. So, as you know, it's community, it's posting and stuff like that. So hopefully that explains, if that's all right.
I've got about something like 50 messages on Instagram, so you can tell how often I use Instagram.
Yeah, I'm just getting to know how it works. I've never used it ever. That's great, Anne. Hopefully that's solved that. Have you?
Yeah, Brigitte, bless her, showed me how to use it. WhatsApp. She told me how to use take photos so I could send them by WhatsApp as well.
They have asked
I told you
to link WhatsApp with Facebook. I don't know. I don't think so at the moment. But it's probably something I'm missing. But because that
well, Richard's
it's different.
Richard's iPad is dying slowly but surely, so we've got to trip over to Milton Keynes, and there's one particular young man I want to see in John Lewis, and he's very kindly said he'll sort it all out. So I'm going to go over there and make an appointment to see him and make sure the actual iPads we want are in stock, because bless him, he said, I'll transfer everything, I'll do everything for you. So we will do that. But if I make an appointment...
You do know he's going to charge you for that?
He didn't say.
Yeah, he's going to charge you for that. Whereas I will do it for free.
Oh, in that case, I'll just buy them, Rob. I've got a book.
That will save you the tidy sum of £70.
Well, do you know what? I had a television delivered from John Lewis, and I paid £60 for them to set it all up and show me how to use it. And they were in and out in 10 minutes, and I still didn't know how to use the damn thing.
Oh.
And I still really complained. But I could switch it on, I could use it, and I worked out some of it. But I still haven't worked out how to get the internet through it. And it's a bit late now. I've had it 7 years.
You call Robert round for stuff like that.
We've had a pandemic.
Yeah, I've got Apple TV in a bag under this table, and I had the Fire Stick for I don't know how long, and Robert had to come round and set it all up because I thought the whole thing would blow up. So I actually got this thing out of the bag, thought I'm going to do it today, and I went to the television, I looked at the side, thought, oh, there's only one socket. It's either Fire Stick or Apple. So Fire Stick's still sitting in it.
Well, you've lost me at Fire Stick. I know about a USB, I think.
Is it? All right, okay. So what I thought was I'll wait until we start doing our work in our house, and then I can just connect the Apple TV to a different television.
Well, at the moment, Apple are offering free Apple TV for a month or 3 months or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Only it would be great because to have on a big screen YouTube instructions as to how to knit a stitch, because then I could sit in a chair and do it easily. And if Richard wants to show me something in a book, I don't know whether you can put a book up on a TV screen, but yeah, at the moment the TV is being used just for snooker.
Oh, I just like What was that?
I think every day this week he's asked, is it Gogglefrogs? There's snooker on in a minute. Is that Gogglefrogs?
Why do people watch snooker in black and white? What?
Angela, I changed my mind. You can get everything from the Fire Stick through the Apple TV, so we'll put that in instead.
Okay. The only thing it said to me was, apparently, when I looked at it, it said Netflix doesn't present through Apple. It's not supported in the same way, so you don't get the suggestions through Apple TV. I thought, I find Netflix an absolute pain to try and navigate through anyway. It's not organised like anything else, so what's the difference? So that's fine, we might go to that. So Dawn's listening to a brilliant talk about May Morris yesterday, daughter of William Morris. May was an exceptional embroiderer and designer. That would be really good. So thank you ever so much. Dawn, please post that link in Gogglefrogs.
Never got quite the recognition that she deserved. I think father might have borrowed some of her designs. Been to her house, the house in Essex, is it the Red House in Essex? Absolutely amazing. Absolutely. It's timed entry though, even before the pandemic. A must-do visit, folks.
Right.
Must-do visit.
So Morris's.
Well, I took Angela, Georgie, and Colette to the John Lewis archives, and they saw the huge, extensive range of William Morris prints that we hold.
And we saw
Beautiful,
Queen Victoria's hat. Queen Victoria.
Oh yes,
wow.
as well.
It was
Absolutely amazing.
Beautiful.
The designs are timeless. I mean, absolutely timeless. And 100 years down the road, we are still using his designs.
Amazing.
And it's the same with Liberty Prints. We're still using some of those 100 years down the line. Just incredible. Absolutely. That doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't.
I think my favourite of his is Strawberry Thief, William Morris.
Yeah, and she says May is now only getting the recognition she deserves. And Anne says that she's starting to use WhatsApp groups, doing part of a knitting class via it. I might have to have a look and see what it's like. Another week though. I need to get this whole week out of the way, and then I need a bit of a break. So we might do WhatsApp soon. So anyway, that is it. 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been wonderful. What a lovely weekend. Please, please, please do lots of knitting. Invest lots of time in you. It's great for mindfulness and everything else. And we will see you on Monday. We go live at 10 a.m. GM BST, British summertime now, isn't it? And we go live at 8 p.m. British summertime as well. So hope to see you on Monday for your double whammy. Okay? Thank you so much.
I have credit cards up ready, folks.
And Marion, you're amazing as always. You take care.
Bye-bye. Oh.